The good thing about Pure is that you get hired into the company, in that you get hired into Pure Storage, not in the team that you're working in. So the company places a lot of emphasis on engineering productivity, and the engineers need to be happy for a company to grow. So they made it super easy for us to switch teams if we want to. I have not seen the former, which is a layoff, which is where the company can't sustain a team happening at Pure yet. So they don't, at least as of now, they're not doing that. Letting them go because of performance reasons, yes, that does happen. It's not the best idea to become complacent after you get a job over here. The other storage companies, for example, are HP or EMC or NetApp. And all of these companies that I mentioned, if you go and check them out, they will have at least 3 to 4 times the number of employees that Pure Storage has. And the fact that Pure is giving them a run for their money and eating up into their market share speaks a lot about the kind of product and the kind of engineering that's going on. If someone thinks you're good enough and if you have continued to prove yourself, it all works out. And the feedback is highly peer driven in that it directly comes from people you have worked with, it comes from your manager, it's coming from people you may have mentored, it's coming from the other impact you have had at the company apart from just your own work. So all of those roll up and you can grow. Try to find people in the industry who can refer you to a position, who can get you, like, at least get you that interview. Apart from that, I would say just continue practicing what you're doing or whatever job you want to get. It's The market has openings, but it's not easy, so to speak, to get a job. Once you get your visa, you are free to switch jobs, free to switch roles, as long as your next employer is agreeing to continue to sponsor the H1 visa. If you're a good employee, the company will do mostly what it takes to keep you around. It is recommended if you are really passionate about a particular field, if you really like doing something about that, and if you can see yourself working in that field for maybe at least like 3 to 4 years after you graduate. Professors, at least at Georgia Tech and during my courses, highly encouraged thinking out of the box. And they also had, some of the courses had research subjects where it was entirely open-ended, in that I could go and choose a topic which I like, do some research on it, come back with results and over the semester and create a white paper out of it. So it gave me that experience as well, which was really nice to see. And one of the cool things about one of the courses at Georgia Tech, I just feel like sharing this, is one of the exams that I had. It was an exam that you had to give over maybe an hour in person. So you give that exam, you give it over an hour, take that very question paper home, solve it at home overnight, solve it with another person if you wish overnight, and submit the answers again. So basically, at the end of this, you have 2 answers that you have submitted for the same question paper. And believe it or not, the difference in the numbers that you get in the take home test or the one that you solved in class itself, not much. Even though we had all of the internet, all of our minds together to solve a question paper, we still scored as much as we scored inside the class, which just went on to speak about the kind of question that was asked and how much you had to think before you got to an answer.